Thanks for joining me on Life and Surround. Today, I would like to review for you the 50th anniversary deluxe edition of Piano Man by Billy Joel. I'll be going over the elaborate package contents and giving some commentary on sound quality and things of that sort. So, hopefully, I'll be giving you the information you need to help decide whether or not you need this in your collection. So, thank you for watching. Whether or not this is your first Life and Surround video, I would like to encourage you to take a second to hit the subscribe button. And if you already are finding value in this channel, please consider hitting the notification bell. If you like this video, please hit the like button and always feel free to leave comments on Life and Surround videos. These efforts help this channel tremendously. Quickly, let's take a look at a promo shot of the package contents. And now let's get on with looking at them in person. So this is a gatefold set. It unfolds like so. We see some imagery from, I believe it's the original Piano Man promo video, 1973. This package on DVD contains the original and the later 1985 promo video for Piano Man, the title track here. And over here, we see what if I recall correctly, I'm not looking at it in a way that I can read it, but I think it's an invitation to one of his events, one of his performances, I believe. So very cool. I have to say, I believe this set is extremely well curated. And then here's the back. We get, I think that's a still from the original promo video as well, but don't quote me on that unless I'm right. And then album front and back. So there's the gatefold overall package, and we can see that it says quadraphonic there on the top. So yes, this set on SACD features the quadraphonic, the original 1970s quadraphonic mix of the album. The SACD contains CD stereo, SACD stereo, and quadraphonic, SACD quadraphonic. So something for everybody. Moving along with the contents, we have a booklet that is in English, and it has a very cool to read essay. I learned a lot about the very early career of Billy Joel, the events that led up to signing with Columbia and eventually being able to record this album, Piano Man. Here we have package contents and a shot of Billy Joel, the beginning of the essay, and some singles covers. The booklet is punctuated by imagery of promotional materials, which I find to be rather cool. Promotional posters included, and images of things such as reviews. Here's a still from what appears to me to be some sort of a live audition. You see what looks like a business room table with people taking notes, and the labels from some singles, and then some package credits. And finally, here's a look at the front and back of the book. Moving on, we have a booklet that's mainly in Japanese. I assume that this is going to be album notes, and I can tell that it has lyrics for all the songs because those are also rendered in English. And here's a look inside in case you didn't believe me. I think this is very cool. This is a mock-up of a press kit. Maybe this would have been sent to radio stations or maybe promoters or both, or other folks related to the album rollout that I'm not thinking of. But in any case, I think back in the day, this might have been like an 8.5 by 11 package. And inside, we find some glossy photos and a 2-page bio of our hero artist, and then also some examples of reviews that had already been conducted at the time. And I'll go ahead and show off like the other photo for you. So there we go. So very cool. I thought this was a cool way of showing that, this album actually received promotional support, and indeed it needed promotional support to become as big as it eventually did. Disc 1, this is the SACD, that stands for Super Audio CD. It has 3 different layers instead of just one, so it makes this a very, very special item. Go ahead and show it to you. These Sony Japan SACDs in these 7-inch packages come on, the SACDs come on this like larger little holder that, makes it 7-inch size, or, close to the size of like a 45 RPM single. So I think that's rather cool. So, the SACD doesn't rattle around in the enlarged packaging here. This thing is very cool. It has a Redbook CD layer, it has an SACD stereo layer, and it has an SACD quadraphonic layer. Now we see a replication of the quadraphonic LP label there. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you something cool here. This SACD is replacing my stereo quadraphonic compatible vinyl LP. Now we don't see quadraphonic at the top here. It's my belief that they may have run out of quadraphonic printed sleeves, and so they just sent some of the quadraphonic records out in the plain old stereo sleeve. But I'll prove to you that it's the quadraphonic LP because we see a label that looks just like the SACD that we just saw. That gold and red label was Columbia's way of indicating quadraphonic. And I have actually decoded this, and so I can confirm it is the vintage original quadraphonic vinyl version of this album. So I wanted to underscore the point that if you pick up this set, whether you are a stereo aficionado, maybe even an audiophile, or you are into multi-channel exclusively, and in this case, quadraphonic would be the format, there's something here for everybody. This disc will work on just a normal CD player. It'll work in an SACD player, Blu-ray player, a lot of DVD players. So it's highly compatible. And do not fear if you're not into multi-channel. This set has mainly stereo content. And then if you are just interested in the quadraphonic version of the album, it is indeed here. And I've heard it, and I'm going to tell you in just a little bit whether I like it or not. All right, disc 2. This is going to be a plain old CD. It is comprised of some live cuts and demos. I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to it. It contains quite a few non-album songs, including Josephine and New Mexico, Oyster Bay, So Long Reverend Ike, and Everybody Loves You Now. And I find the demos to be, just insightful as to the production process. And then I want to talk about the Live at Sigma Studios live cuts. The Sigma Sound Studios bootleg tape was instrumental in getting Billy Joel his break. And per the essay, we don't have all the songs here. We only have 3 of the songs here. And I really wish that the entirety of the bootleg would have been included in this package. It just, I believe, would have been so, so cool to have the ability to hear that piece of Billy Joel's history. Though I am glad that we at least have it in abridged form. But then also per the essay, there was this like train wreck via the drummer at the beginning of chorus 1 for Captain Jack. And, it was kind of this like mythological sort of thing that like it was an obvious train wreck, but it really didn't curb the enthusiasm for people getting into Billy Joel at the time. Frank Filippetti, a well-known American music producer and mixing engineer, has fixed Captain Jack for this set. And I find that disappointing. Maybe what they could have done would have been to include a fixed and an unfixed version of Captain Jack, because now the first chorus just sounds mainly normal. And in my opinion, that kind of detracts from the historicity of this package. And in the essay, we find that Billy Joel himself agrees that it would have been, I think, more authentic to put it out in its train wreck form. All right, so moving on, we have the third and final disc. This is the DVD, and this is going to contain promo and live videos. Per the packaging, these videos are rare, so, may that entice you to pick this up. This is stereo content only, and this is where you're going to get the original Piano Man promo video. You're going to get the 1985 version. You get a promo for Everybody Loves You, the date of which on the package indicates 1971, so that would be extremely early. And you get live cuts from a variety of different years. And speaking of live cuts included in this set, we get material from 7 different performances, ranging in time from 1972 to 1991. So a great deal of variety. And I found that interesting because it gave me some insight into the development of Billy Joel's sound and, the orchestration and the arrangement that he was able to throw together at various points in his career. Moving along, we have what I believe to be a reproduction of the Japanese single sleeve for Piano Man, backed with Captain Jack. This is what I believe to be the album notes in Japanese. You get the OB strip that comes external to the sleeve for this package. And just in case you needed one, you get an extra smaller OB strip. All right, so sound quality and just like overall package quality. The sound quality for the demos and live cuts really varies, as you might expect, though I really can't find fault in the way that these tracks were mastered. Leveling sounds very consistent to me. Nothing sounds overly compressed to my ears, though, your mileage may vary depending on how much of an audiophile you are or not. I am not an audiophile. I am a quadiophile and a multi-channel content ophile. So I can tell when stuff has been like so dynamically compressed that it, just doesn't have any life in it, or there's clipping damage. And so I can tell you that that's not the case. In my opinion, this has been well mastered. So sound quality for all of the stereo content sounds very good to me. And then the sound quality for the quadraphonic mix of the album proper sounds just amazing to me. Being able to compare to my vintage SQLP, I can tell you that the SACD just, is a massive improvement. I'm so happy to have the original 70s quadraphonic mix of this album on an optical format. So in case my vinyl LP ever wears out, I've got, an optical backup, but then also I want to go ahead and say that I'm hearing a bit better separation listening to the SACD quadraphonic version of the album rather than the decoded SQ. So that should come as no surprise to those of you that are familiar with SQ versus SACD. So I have to give a thumbs up for sound quality. History speaks for itself. Billy Joel went on to become an absolute superstar. And I believe the contents of this package will prove to you that he really deserved to be so. This shows that Billy Joel is the real deal, an expert player, and a very intuitive and effective songwriter. And I encourage you, if you are into Billy Joel and or quadraphonic music, that you go ahead and give this package a chance. It says on CD Japan that it is a limited edition, so I maybe wouldn't wait too long if I were you. And if you go ahead and put your shopping cart together and find that, shipping makes this cost prohibitive, maybe go ahead and look around at CD Japan's other SACDs. And I'm speaking to, my multi-channel loving, community. They have put out stuff by Miles Davis, Santana, Jeff Beck, and, several other very notable artists and bands. So, maybe just double up, triple up, quadruple up on your order so you can reduce your pain for shipping cost. All right. So it has been my immense pleasure and joy to review for you the 50th anniversary deluxe edition of Piano Man by Billy Joel. I encourage you to pick it up if you haven't already. Go ahead and enjoy the contents, and please report back, comment below of how you take to this set. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and comment as appropriate as you see fit. I sure appreciate all of your support, and I just want to encourage you, per usual, to live life in surround.